Well, this one's gonna be a bit different, but I think everyone needs to hear something like this. So I think when we hear traveling, we often assume that it's the going to a hotel and staying there all day type of traveling, or maybe just sightseeing in a city, perhaps. But I just want to clear that up and say that this is not the topic at hand. What I want to talk about is something that occurred to me in the last few months, and that's traveling helping me overcome my psychotic break. So to start us off, it was about May or June, as I was just starting to work a summer job. I went through kind of a rough time. First off, I had to break off a relationship, which, as everyone knows, that type of stuff sucks, and it sucked even more since it was the situation of if you love the other person, you gotta let them go. But we got through that. I think it contributed to the stress, but it wasn't the main proponent. I thought a work could be a good distraction, that perhaps it would help me get over things and make some money on the side. But well, going to work at the cesspit of the entire country might have not been the best choice. Long story short, there was quite a bit of stress there, and I did go through some things which I don't think were good to my mental state at the time. I ended up in this place that was kind of scary, to be honest, because big resorts attract very interesting kinds of people. So having to navigate a social landscape like that, and every day being different, being threatened, stuff like that, it took a toll. It for sure took a toll on me, and I really had to reevaluate my values and just exercise my willpower. But all this to the side, it really was stressful. It really was building up and eating me up from the inside. And combine that with the loneliness I felt then, because I really didn't have many people I could turn to. And it just compiled into this day where I came home. I was alone, and I just had this breakdown. I was really sad. I really needed someone to talk to, and there was no one. I remember dialing hotlines and nobody picking up. So what I started doing was just writing. That's actually kind of a good way to get over it. I just started writing my thoughts into essays, into poems, into just ramblings, but it was something, and it helped me feel like I expressed myself. And that was how I got over that thing, and it kind of mended the situation. It helped me keep myself grounded at least, but I knew it wasn't the solution. And so I decided to quit my job at around the end of August and go on this big grand road trip. So I hit up some people that I know. We kind of vaguely chose a place and a time, got in the car and just went. And I think that was exactly what I needed. I mean, that should have been my prescription from the start, but just being spontaneous and living life, the way you actually want to live it, extending or shortening the trip whenever you feel like it. That level of freedom is just something I think everyone needs to experience, because as I mentioned in the beginning, most people imagine a trip or like traveling as this going to a resort and staying there, but no, you really need to get out there and just experience the world for yourself. You really need to see the kindness of the strangers around you and the situations that you get yourself in. The as corny as it sounds, the friends you make along the way. It's just something that really helped me heal from that. And now looking back at it, I don't know what I would have done if I didn't go to that trip. And with all that being said, I'm just hoping some of you guys can, at least take something away from my experience or find it funny. And hey, if you like these types of stories, I kinda got a few of them, so maybe I can make another. No matter how hard it gets, we always get through.